These are going to be some random thoughts on the TV show The Other Black Girl on Hulu, provided from the inside of a black woman. I was looking on YouTube and I really wasn't able to find anything from a black woman's perspective with regards to The Other Black Girl, and including a spiritualist type of view as well. I just have these random thoughts at nighttime. It's midnight, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to post this on YouTube or not. I apologize if I do put this on YouTube that you hear my fan in the background. It's just that Autumn cannot figure out what it wants to do here in California, so it's kind of a hot evening. But these are kind of my thoughts on the show. Just finishing it today. No, I know I'm a little bit late, but I just wanted to provide my perspective on it. Let's see, where should we start with the random thought? Okay, so basically it was kind of at the end like, girlfriend, you can have what you want. You just need to decide what it is that you want and go for it. You can take the easy route. You don't have to go the miserable route. You don't have to fight the system all day. And majority of our non-black counterparts that are excelling are not worried about the system all day long. They're worried about what is it that they want, and they're going after it. And I really like that spin. What is it that you personally want, and you can go after it? It doesn't have to be taking the miserable route. Yeah, you might look like you're a sellout, but does that always equate to being a sellout? Just because you don't want to have to fight and struggle all day long, you want to have peaceful mind, of be able to live the life that you want to live, does that mean that you're a sellout? I don't know. And the whole thing was that it was kind of being transmuted through a hair gel as part of the show. But that doesn't necessarily mean, if we take it out of the context of a hair gel, it could be a product that we are using, that's brainwashing us to an extent. But why does it always have to be a negative thing? What if the product was something that is not a negative thing that you put on your body that helps you to control? What if it opens up your pineal gland, opens up your mind, helps you to grow in that aspect? These are just random thoughts. So nothing that I've written any notes out on or anything like that. It's just freestyling from my head, thinking about the show and some of the pointers that's on there. So what if we look at the product and decide that we don't want to have a negative connotation with the product, and that we want to have a positive connotation with the product, and what it is that we are applying to ourselves every single day that is opening our pineal gland? So what if it's not a hair gel? What if it's sea moss that we're taking every day, or our vitamins that we're taking every day, or juicing, or just eating healthier? What if it's a positive product that we were putting in our body that was allowing us to be able to reach these higher levels of success, allowing us to reach new barriers, allowing us to be our higher self, or our better version of our current state of ourselves? What if that was what they were trying to tell us? And that it doesn't always have to be a negative product. We could look at it on the other end of the spectrum, that what if it is something that was a negative product that we were putting on us to brainwash us so that we can become successful or something like that? Is it dumbing us down? Is it opening us up to the potential of what we could be? I don't know. I guess it's all a matter of how you decide that you want to look at the product. And it had from a spiritualist view, I believe it had a lot of things that were mentioned that, or hinted at or alluded to, with regards to the law of attraction. So you've got to make up your mind as to what it is that you want. What is your desire? What is it that you really want? And if you take away all of the guilt, all of the shame, all of the hardness to achieve your goals, what does that look like? What if you decided that I just want to be happy, I just want what I want, and I'm going to go after it? I put it in my mind, and now it's going to happen simply because I choose that I want it. It doesn't have to have a negative connotation, but I'm not taking the normal route. I'm using this secret, what is with the Matrix? Is it red or blue pill? I'm not sure. I can't remember the color of the pill that you take that it opens your mind. What if it's that I'm taking this new pill or this new way of thinking that I'm invincible, that I can achieve any and all of my goals? What if it's that? I'm sorry, guys, if this is just coming off as like totally like, what is she talking about? I don't know. I'm just out here thinking about the show. Most, especially the last two episodes, because those are the two that I reviewed today. Well, not reviewed, but watched today. And I just have these thoughts going on in my mind. And my initial thoughts of the show when I first started it, I don't know why they even tried to put this horror aspect on it. That was whack. There was no horror. We could have told this story without having to try to add the horror element into it and the scariness of it. But it does have elements of Get Out. But that was my initial thoughts. Like, girl, you better leave this girl alone. She's crazy. She's trying to get you to join some type of cult or something like that. But what if at the end of the day, it's just that she woke up, found her life mission or her purpose was to help other black women become their highest selves, their higher version. And through that, she was able to become free. Yes, there was some young ladies along the route that Hazel encountered, or Eva, or Chantal, whatever, all of her millions of names that she came across, that they weren't a perfect, successful story. But not everyone is going to be a perfect, successful story. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know. Where do I want to go with this? Not everyone is a perfect, successful story. Sometimes you're going to have bumps around the road. Even when you're trying to save people, you cannot save them. So what if we looked at Hazel, or instead of being the bad one, the what do you call it in English lit? Archetype. I can't think of what the name is. Girl, that was high school and college learning English lit terminology. That was a long time ago. All right. But what if she wasn't the bad character in the show? What if everything that she was doing was showing that she was a good individual, trying to help the main character to reach her highest potential, her highest self? And at first, it felt good to her to say, okay, oh, she's putting this makeup on me. Oh, she's introducing me to these new crowds. And I'm personifying what I want to be, which is this editor, so that I can bring other black women into this firm, you know, so that they can see that they can get their books published, and I can become the second version of Fancy. Y'all know y'all watch the Jamie Foxx show. But what if during all of that, she was just becoming and evolving to become her higher self? She had to do an ego death, a shadow death to the old woman that she was going to be. I know the ending kind of foreshadowed her trying to become someone that's going to act like she adapted to the system and became a higher version of herself, but she's trying to tear down it from the inside. That's kind of how we ended up the series, but I don't know where we're going to go with season 2. And what was the guy's name that she was trying to bring, that eventually he ended up signing with the company and to be the face of it in the new book, and that she was going to help herself accelerate. to become the best editor that she wanted to be, while also increasing her pockets. We got to get those coins, you know. What if this is trying to show us that we could be our higher selves once we decide what it is that we want and going after it? I don't know. Am I grasping for straws, trying to have a positive outcome for this series? I have not read the book. Am I grasping for straws, trying to see the good in it? I don't know. Maybe that's what we're supposed to take from this series. That initially we had our thoughts on that Hazel was some evil individual and we should hate her and not like her and put our guards up. But what if she's just someone that has a knowledge of self and wants to do better for herself, and her purpose is to help other women to feel their best, their highest, their greatest as well? I don't know. I'm just kind of torn. I felt like this whole time I was like, had my guard up and was like, girl, don't trust her. She gon' lead you down a path of destruction. She turned on you. Just, you can't trust her. There's the other dynamic of that as well, that black women feel like we can't trust other black women. We don't have a safe space amongst each other because we're always in competition. And they also showed that the two white women, which was a girl from Olivia Pope, hey girl, we love you, we still rocking with you, versus the two white women. They were both the assistant editors or editors. They were the top girls, but they hated each other. They were always at competition, even though they were white women, and they seemed to be able to excel better and easier and faster in these industries. What if this is just showing us that we don't have to be that way to excel, that we can bond as black women and excel in our industries? We don't have to be competition. We can be sisters. Yeah, we are in this industry where we might have to code switch, but at the end of the day, we still have that relationship between black women. Like, girl, do you know what happened at work today? These folks is getting on my nerves. We can still, at the end of the day, come together and collaborate with a realness between black women, a bond, a sisterhood that we should be trying to cultivate amongst other black women. I don't know. It's a lot of thoughts with regards to this show. And initially I was scared to watch it because of how they posed it as being a horror show, kind of. And I do not do scary, honey. No, But this ended up being a really good series for the first season. They foreshadowed it a second season, and I don't know where we're going to go, where the twists and turns are going to be. But I'm excited to see a second season. But I'm also just trying to still process the many different emotions and triggers that this show has as a black woman trying to navigate corporate America or whatever your plight may be at the time. And still trying to develop a sisterhood, feeling welcome, feeling like you have someone that sees you, understands you in your same industry. You don't have to be competition. Let's join together and take over this world together, kind of like how white men do. What if black women could do that? We are already the backbone of society. We could take over the freaking world if we just came together and didn't have competition, went after our goals, and cheered each other's on and each other's successes. Now, we ain't going to skip over the part that the fact that it seemed like there was a cult and the underlying magic or whatever you may see underneath it. I don't know. What is the gel? It all pivots on how do you look at the product? How do you look at the jail? That's what this all pivots on. And that's going to go down to your perspective as well. Is the glass half empty? Is the glass half full? Is the jail positive? Is the jail negative? Is it helping you to open up your third eye, open up your pineal gland, go after your goals? Helps you to stay focused, helps you to block out or all of the static of the world that we come into and that we encounter. Is that what it is? It's something that I felt so connected to that, because I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm in a place in my life where I don't watch the news. I don't like the news. And it's all because I believe it's just fear mongering all day, every day. Yes, if there is something important that I need to know, best believe you will find out from a million different ways and outlets. You're going to find out on social media, somebody you talking to in line at the bank. You're going to find out what the important news is. But I don't have to sit in front of a TV screen in order to constantly take this in all day and just be fearful and rejecting of the benefits of what life could be. Where was I going with this? Bear with me, guys. I had a California Goomy. So, what is this? Give me a second to review the last little things I said, figure out where I was going with this, because I had a point. I'm just trying to figure out what it was. Okay, so I caught my thought again. I had to review what I just said, but I caught my thought again, which was that I tend to block out a lot of the things that are going on in the world if they don't personally affect me in some way or another. Personally. Yes, there are 1,000,010 atrocities every single day that I could be mad about, that I could be upset about, that I could be sad about. And that just does one thing, which is keeps me in a low vibrational state. And when I'm in a low vibrational state, I cannot attract the things that I want. I cannot have the things that I want when I'm in anger, when I'm in fear, when I'm in sadness, when I'm in guilt. I cannot have those things. And in actuality, I don't care about those things. And does that make me seem insensitive? Yeah, that does. I get it. Yeah. People always want to say ignorance is bliss. Sometimes it can be bliss. Why do I have to be burdened with all of these different things every single day? And we all know that we can't trust the things that are on the news, especially if you're a traveler. If you've ever seen the things that they talk about a country or something, until you go and you lay eyes on it for yourself, you don't know for sure. But I choose not to be burdened down by the sadness, the news, the fear mongering every single day. Yes, there's somebody kidnapped every day. Yes, there's somebody murdered every day. Yes, somebody's raped today. But I look like a twat because I don't personally care. But on the other hand, I can't personally care about everything, or I'm just going to be a sad, depressed person every single day. And that's just not my personality. I like to be the happy person. I like to be the bubbly person. I like to be the individual that's living on a higher vibration so that I can attract the things that I want. I want the life that I want. And I cannot attract those things when I'm in a low vibrational state. And a low vibrational state comes from listening to the freaking news every single day that's getting you sad about stuff that you cannot control. Yeah, Mary and her little lamb got kidnapped today. What can I do about it? Yeah, I can go protest. I can write a blog about it. I can write a social media post about it. But did that bring Mary and her lamb back? No, it did not. Somebody's eating lamb chops somewhere. Okay, we getting a little off. We getting a little off. But the point is, in my opinion, it's what are you choosing in this life? And at this point, at the end of where we're leaving in this series right now, she has chosen that she wants to live a better life. She wants to be the editor that she has dreamed of being. She wants to rise the ranks She wants to elevate other black voices. That's her end goal. And so she's playing the part to get what she wants. So yes, sometimes we do have to come in and we have to code switch to play the part to get to what we want. Other people may look at us as outsiders and say, hey, she's over there selling out. But is it selling out when I'm going for my dreams? To become the person that I want to be, the individual that I want to be, the individual that has the things that I want, that lives the life that I want. And to go back to a spiritualist view, she had to become that individual. And when I tell you, you look at, kudos to the makeup and beauty team. If you look at the Hazel from Boston, and you look at the Hazel now, and you look at the Hazel that encountered the main character throughout this whole movie with the natural hair, no makeup, frumpy clothes, just coming to work to get by, with a deep passion inside of her heart for what she wanted and she loved and what the book opened up for her, the burning heart. If you look at those teams, those women, they are two totally different looking women. Even though they're the same women, it's that they chose to identify with the woman that they wanted to become, and they changed their outlook to become that woman. They had to change who they wore. That identity that they saw in their head, they had to become that woman in order to become that woman. So at the end, I barely even recognized the main character because it was just like, whoa, she's got the straight hair now, she's got the makeup, she's got the lashes. She looks totally different than she did with her short afro and no makeup. And I'm not saying anything about women that wear makeup or don't wear makeup because, as you guys know, that's something that I'm currently struggling with in my personal life. And 98% of the time, I am barefaced. I don't have on makeup. I have my natural hair, which is in sister locks, which I love. I'm self-employed, so I can wear my hair however I feel, and I still feel successful. But to see the contrast of the women being what they saw themselves as currently as, and what their higher version of themselves looked like, yeah, sometimes that individual looks different. So even like Hazel had to tell her mom, when her mom said, I don't even recognize you anymore, she was like, good. Because she was trying to see the changes within herself, and the other people can see the changes that she was making as well. So the original Hazel that was with her mom, she was barefaced. She was humble looking. She had her glow up era when she decided to be the woman that she wanted to be. Yeah, there's going to be some blocks along the way, hiccups. It's not going to be an easy route, but she's choosing to look at the woman that she wants to be and become, and just identifying as her and becoming her. So when she has the makeup on, the hair is different, she's a different woman. Versus the main character, she's a different woman at the end. She doesn't even look the same. Now I'm sure all of this commentary will probably change after we see season 2, but it's interesting to see that. And as an individual who suffers, that's definitely not the right word, but who is trying to figure out what her main image is, I feel comfortable in my bare skin. I feel comfortable with my sister locks. But is it something that my highest self, is that how she looks? I don't know. Does my highest self, the version of her, does she wear makeup every day? I don't know. I don't know. What is that? What is my highest? It's all about becoming and evolving to be your higher self. And this random thing is becoming really long, so I'm gonna end it here. But this series was really good and thought-provoking. And I really love to see what some of your thoughts are with regards to this series. I just felt like I was looking for something. I don't know if I wasn't using the right search terms on YouTube to find a discussion as black women about the series The Other Black Girl, and it just wasn't hitting what I wanted to see. It was all those automated white man voices. That's not what I want to hear with something with regards to this caliber. And so I'm looking to hear from other black women. No, I'm not isolating any other races or sexes or anything like that. But the series is actually called The Other Black Girl. So I want to hear from other black girls. What do you think? Did you look at the product as being negative? Did you look at the product as being positive? Did you see herself as evolving into her highest self? Or is she a sellout? Is she just going after the money? We're looking at it as I don't want to offend anyone when I say this, from a shallow level, that she's just trying to go after getting her money? Or is she really trying to change the system from the inside out? So sometimes you have to, polish the outer product, play the game. It's a game. At the end of the day, it's all a game. How are we playing the game? Are we taking it from a defeatist role that I'm already defeated? I'm already going to lose. I can't excel? Because other races are not thinking like that. Other races say, hey, I want to be a journalist. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. What are the steps that I have to do this? How can I overcome this? What are these obstacles? They're not looking at the fact of, oh my gosh, I'm behind and I'll never get ahead, so I won't start. It's a lot of thoughts that goes into this, and nothing is right, nothing is wrong. And you may disagree completely with my opinion. Hell, I might disagree with my opinion. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just talking right now. So what are your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you guys. Leave a comment below if you were touched by the series The Other Black Girl. And as you can see, I haven't done anything like this on my channel before, but I really was thinking about it tonight, and my thoughts are all over the place, which means it was a good show that has you thinking all over the place, not just telling you what to think. Let your mind be free. Be a free thinker. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Was it good? Was it bad? Did you hate the show? Are you tired of the stereotypes? Was it a new type of show that doesn't depict the typical stereotypes that we see of black women on TV shows? What are your thoughts? Leave them down below. I will be commenting and responding to them. I want to know what you guys are thinking. So comment down below. And if you guys have listened this far, you guys are rocking with me. And I love you guys for that. So give this podcast, vlog, episode, whatever this is, a thumbs up. And let's have some commentary in the comments down below. Let's talk. Let's bring this to the table. Let's have a higher level discussion of this. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Love you. Have a great day. Toodaloo.